A real in-depth understanding of the country's mother law is lacking in the youth of this generation. Patron of the Nation Building Conference, Dame Meg Taylor, made this observation last night at the outcomes presentation of the week-long Nation Builders Conference by The Voice Incorporated, a Papua New Guinean youth development organisation. Among the outcomes which were presented to government was the first ever relocation policy to have land available for climate change refugees when they are relocated. The outcomes were results of a week-long Nation Builders Conference by The Voice Incorporated. Leanne Tagiba reports.
The conference, which is the first of its kind, started last week, seeing 33 local participants, with 6 Australians from Oak Tree, an Australian youth anti-poverty movement. Students from the universities of Papua New Guinea and technology were brought together to build their leadership skills, engage their views on policy issues and build team spirit. Dame Meg says people have to know that when things don't work out, they can always go back to the Constitution.
We have to get people to understand that the Constitution, an autochthonous document that was developed by the people of this country, is the fundamental basis on how we exist as a modern state. And that knowledge is important for us because that encompasses everything that we do as we move ahead. People have to know that when things don't work out, you can go back to that.
Mrs. Sumanop says she's confident students are going away after the conference inspired.
I think the program was really brought to life through all the conversations that we've had, through all the different sessions. I know that the students are walking away very, very much inspired, but not only inspired with practical actions on what they can do to create change. They've learned, I can say I've equally learned, maybe even more.
Meantime, The Voice Inc. will be farewelling its executive director, Mrs. Sumanop. Mrs. Sumanop will go on to work with the Department of Justice and Attorney General. Ms. Barbara Thomas will take over her role. Leanne Tagiba, NBC National News, Port Moresby.